Europa Park won the Golden Ticket Award for World's Best Theme Park, so I'm here for the final weekend of the winter season to find out if this huge park lives up to the hype. Join me in exploring exhilarating thrill coasters, wonderful dark rides, immersive theming and a sprinkling of winter magic. I'm Paul and you're watching Coastaway from Europa Park. Good morning from Europa Park. It is the final weekend of their winter event. I expect it to be quite busy today. We've got snow falling. Well, not real snow, it's kind of false snow. Like you're in Milton Keynes going skiing. But I mean, this is such an amazing park, one of the best parks in Europe. And I'm really looking forward to spending 2 days here exploring everything they've got to offer, checking out the amazing winter event they have on. If you have already watched my travel vlog, you'll know I popped in for a couple of hours last night and got some night rides on some of their best rides, including Voltron, which looked amazing, so looking forward to showing you that later. So as you walk through here, you do have a whole bunch of Christmas markets and things. Looking really nice through here. You will notice, as we explore the park, there are Christmas trees everywhere, even more than Legoland the other week. Of course, artisanal meat and cheeses are exactly what you want when you're at a theme park. Not sure about the practicality of that, but still cool to see these sort of things on offer. So due to snow and ice overnight, quite a few of the rides, the outdoor rides, the roller coasters have not opened yet. Eurosat's currently on a 35-minute queue, so I'm going to give that a miss for the time being. Head across to Piraten in Batavia instead, because that's only on 5 minutes, and then maybe get a nice early lunch, so that when everything does open up, hopefully the queues are not too crazy. That's the plan of action for now anyway. Well, there's a bit of a crowd building outside the entrance to Voltron. Not currently open, but I guess it's something that they're looking to open as soon as possible, being the now major attraction here at Europa Park. I mean, officially the Christmas vlog series is over, but I almost feel like I should add this into the playlist. You wouldn't want him to give you a Chinese burn, would you? It's like the Polar Express, but with less awkward CGI. Heading into the awesome Piraten in Batavia for my first ride of the day. This is an absolutely world-class dark ride experience. So world-class, these guys got drunk to celebrate. How incredible is this? The detail, the lighting, absolutely incredible. The music too, I absolutely adore the music for this. Look at the scale of this stuff. Massive. Elephants behind there as well. And the smells are just amazing. Cheers, dude. Your ride is awesome, mate. Fair play. And then at the end, you come out through this restaurant here, which is where I'm going to go and grab lunch in a minute. If it's open, it looks pretty closed right now. Piraten in Batavia is just a wonderful attraction. The theming, the animatronics, the lighting, the smells, the audio, all of it is absolutely fantastic. It's a truly world-class attraction. One of the best dark rides, if not the best dark ride in Europe. It's something you could go around over and over again and spot different things each time. It's marvellous, absolutely marvellous. We've just had a delicious Thai meal in Bamboo Bay. I think that's how you pronounce it. The restaurant right next to, oh, spectacular table stack just happened behind me there. Hopefully they're okay. Small child kind of stacked over a table. But that was awesome food, really, really nice. Amazing setting as well. I am doing a food vlog from the whole park as well, so you can check that out if you want to find out more about all that. Anyway, going to go and explore some more. Still, the majority of the outdoor coasters are closed. Silver Star's opened up. Eurosat is obviously operating because it's indoors. They're both on 35 minutes, so I think I'm going to head in that direction, knock those off, and hopefully some other bits will open up. Well, Euro-Mir has also reopened. That is currently on 45 minutes though, which is a bit too long to wait for one of the more average coasters at the park. Plus, this looks absolutely spectacular lit up at night, so I kind of want to ride it when it's got a bit darker. Still doesn't appear to be spinning. Hi, I'm Craig Flakes, and you should like this video. Well, heading into Moulin Rouge from the Eurosat Can Coaster business. 35-minute queue. Just exiting Eurosat Can Coaster. That is a fantastic indoor roller coaster. Also absolutely freezing inside that building. Whew. Yeah, that was a touch on the icy side, even though it was indoors. But yeah, I mean, it's such a good indoor coaster. Surprisingly forceful in places. Obviously lots of helix action, but also some really nice airtime moments as well. You did get dragged over some hills. Yeah, I really rate that. You can ride it with the VR goggles as well. I'm not going to do that because VR nonsense does not really appeal to me on roller coasters. But yeah, rate that. Also worth noting that I actually jumped in a single rider line there and waited around 15 minutes as opposed to 35. So well worth considering that option if you're here by yourself. And I also just wanted to come around the back here of Eurosat where they have the old train on display. I think it's really cool. It's always good to see the heritage aspect of some of these attractions being showcased. Oh, Silver Star up next. It's on a 30-minute line. I'm not sure if this one's got a single rider, which is a shame. You thought a B&M hypercoaster with 4 cross trains would have a single rider option, but it doesn't appear to be that way. That's a really good hypercoaster. It did feel like an end of season ride though. It certainly was a little bit more jolty and rattly than the rides I had in September were, but I still really enjoyed it. You can't really go too far wrong with a B&M Hyper, can you? It's just pure airtime, speed, they're comfortable, them clamshell restraints are awesome, you've got the bucket seats. Yeah, I'll get some more rides on that over the next day. Right now though, I'm going to go and ride Matterhorn Blitz because that's also open. And this is quite a fun sort of wild mouse-esque coaster. with one of the most insane near misses I think there is on any roller coaster. I always feel like I'm about to have my knee ripped off.
Ja, nu, weißt du, die Frau, die...
The chicken coop we go. This near miss. Oh. Matterhorn Blitz is a really fun wild mouse style roller coaster. That first drop is awesome, really good. You don't often get drops like that on family coasters. The theming is odd with all the chickens and things squawking at you, and there's a lot of wild mouse action. Tight turns, strong laterals, and that absolutely mad near miss at the end where it feels like you're about to get your knee taken off. But yeah, a really fun ride. I enjoy that quite a lot. Well, look how bright it is up here. It's like we're heading into the heavens, and that might well be the case because from the screams I looked up and Voltron is running. Let's go and investigate the queue times. So standby queue is 45 minutes. We do have the single rider as well, which I rode yesterday. I might go and investigate whether the virtual line is up on the app as well. So I'm going to go and check that out first, and then we'll come back for some rides. You can walk all around these sort of Croatian ruins around the back here, get some magnificent views of Voltron travelling all around you. But this is the sweet spot through here. And there's also this sort of viewing turret here where you can get some fantastic shots and views of Voltron. So let's go up onto the viewing platform, take a look. Should we go and ride it? I think that's a good shout, isn't it? Well, we just saw the Tesla coils going off, and there's the inventor of Tesla, Elon Musk, growing a moustache since the last time I saw him. That was a joke, by the way. You don't need to correct me in the comments. Oh, so much hang time there. And yeah, woo! Well, Voltron review. It's world class. See ya. For those that don't know, I actually did come back here in September with Joe from Theme Park Insanity. This was actually my 300th roller coaster, and it was a fantastic roller coaster to get as a landmark. I also came here last night and got a ride, which was a bit underwhelming. It was very stop-start. The pacing felt off, and when I got off, they actually closed the ride. So I think they may have had an issue with some of the launches because it just felt a bit off. Pleased to say, it is riding absolutely beautifully today. That is such a world-class coaster, from the theming, the queue line, and then the experience itself. I mean, you've got that pre-launch section with the awesome electricity and the bouncing around on the track. You've then got that beyond vertical launch, which is madness. Really got yeeted out of my seat there as well, which is cool. And then I lose track of what happens. It's just a series of inversions and airtime hills and launches, and then a reverse launch and a turntable and all that sort of stuff. This combines so many insane elements into one experience. It's a worldie. It's really good, and I'm going to go and get more rides on it. It's a 30-minute queue now on the main line. I'd say the single rider probably took around that long anyway, so I think I might go do the main line and see if I can get a better row and maybe not be stuck on the outside seat like I have been this time. But yeah, Voltron. Come to Europa Park and ride Voltron. I think it puts this park on the map. You've now got a world-class coaster with a really strong support lineup. So I decided to join the main queue, get some better views of the entire queue line around here. There's just stuff going on all around. If you're going to have to stand in a cattle pen, then at least make it look good, and that's exactly what Europa Park has done. That is serious. Whew. Mate, your coaster's quite good. You get a fist bump. Well, my second ride of the day on Voltron, 7th in total now. Managed to sit on the right-hand side of the front row that time. That may have been the most intense ride I've had on Voltron yet. Certain elements, it really felt way more forceful over on that side. I think there was a couple where you kind of came over the track because you had inversions that were kind of swinging right to left. But the wave turn in particular, because you're going up on the outside of it rather than coming underneath it or anything, whoo, that was fierce, really fierce. It is bloody freezing, so you really do feel it while you're up there, but it is running so amazingly well in this weather. That is a serious roller coaster, and something that anyone who enjoys roller coasters needs to come out to Europa Park to ride that. Don't get me wrong, it's intense, it's a lot. You certainly know you've been on something, but I love it. From here you can get a glimpse underneath that booster launch as well, seeing all the wires plugged in that power it, and a lot of rattlish as well. So many forces going above that track there. But yeah, it's always fun to look at sort of the more intricate details, the sort of the construction elements of these rides. I'm not going to pretend I know any of this stuff means, but it's just all kind of interesting, isn't it? Guy up there doing his best robot dancing. Thinks he's Peter Crouch. Even just walking past Euro-Mir, I get the song stuck in my head. It is an earworm. And a huge thank you to subscribers of the channel for this massive stack of gifts. You really shouldn't have. Well, I found myself in Paddington Station. It appears to be just like the real thing. You know, I could literally be in London. If there's one thing about theme parks is that when they do English sections, they are often misrepresented. Of course, England well known just for red phone boxes and arcades. Thanks, little girl, we've had your legs pulled off. She looks very happy considering the situation, and I don't know if that's like a crocodile incident or something. Stephen Sheep over there has got the right idea. How cool do these spinning dragons look? Albeit slightly gormless too. Ooh. Yeah, Santa's taken a different method to getting his present delivered this year. Ladies' reindeers off and got a Segway instead. Controversial move. I want to take this polar bear home with me. What do you think he should be called? Let me know down in the comments. Let's name the polar bear. Well, I think Castello di Medici is up next. 5-minute queue, that's fine. Old school type, kind of horror dark ride. This guy reckons you should subscribe to the channel or he's going to set this crow on you. And that crow's massive. Nice uplifting hanging for you there. Well, here we are on board Castello di Medici. There is some weird imagery on this, so I will warn you now. Right, who's in the vehicle with us? Oh, hello. That's your dad. Yeah, this is where it starts getting weird. There's like a guy with a horse head in there. No need. No need at all. I don't want to see horsemen. Poor guy. effect. Alright, dude. Down here, you say? Alright then, let's go this way. So just had a quick bite to eat in Food Loop, roller coaster restaurant style, and I'm heading to Euro-Mir. I jumped on the app and actually booked a virtual queue for this, which is between 6 PM and 6:10. It's about 6 o'clock now, so I'm going to go and take you for a ride on Euro-Mir. Yeah, this looks fun. It has seen better days. It can be a little bit on the rough side, but it looks so beautiful lit up. Looks cool, doesn't it? Almost like icicles dripping off it. Bathed in blue lighting. Right, let's go get the earworm stuck on our head, shall we? Well, this is the virtual line for Euro-Mir, but there is nobody here. The main queue's 10 minutes. I may as well just go in the main queue, I think. Bit of a waste of virtual line. I mean, I don't really understand how this works. But there's no staff here and no one coming over. Look, you might be in space, but you still be aware of the wet floor, okay? We're getting a spin this time. Well, Euro-Mir was quite fun in the dark there. It is so much better when it spins. When I came here in September, it didn't spin at all. Doing that helix backwards was so intense, like that was really forceful. It's got quite a lot of rattling places. It is obviously a very old coaster, sort of the prototype max spinning coaster really, but yeah, it was fine. Didn't have the trademark music playing though. It's more the sort of the generic soundtrack rather than the catchy one, but there we go. Anyway, if I spin the camera around now, I mean, that's pretty spectacular, isn't it? The lighting package on Voltron is something else. It looks absolutely gorgeous. Well, it's a 30-minute queue for the main line. Look at the smoke! What's going on out here? This looks like really ominous. I feel like I'm a wrestler making their entrance coming through here. So there is a very strict loose article policy for Voltron. So you have these lockers here, you get allocated a card as you exit this section of the queue, and then you have to dump all your stuff in a locker. And if you don't, they get really angry with you. Part two. Let the quickest part of the ride, I think. It's a bit jolty. Whoa! Into the brakes. Whoa. That's a good one. Well, this might have become my new favourite view. It really is quite a spectacle, isn't it? Voltron at night, the sort of peach colouring on the building, the purple uplighting on the coaster itself. A really beautiful sight and a fantastic night ride that was. It's so good. That was one of the wildest rides I've had in it as well. It is just absolutely tearing around, so much ejector, it's so aggressive. It really feels like you're putting your body through just an intense workout. But I love that. I want a coaster that makes me feel like I've ridden a coaster, do you know what I mean? And Voltron absolutely does that, and does it in style too. It's just, it's marvellous. I love it. Just joined the queue for Silver Star. This will be my last ride of the evening, I think. Although it's only a 10-minute queue, so it might give me time to jump up the observation tower as well, get some views of Europa Park at night. Anyway, let's go ride a B&M Hyper in the dark. Well, no line on Silver Star, just pure darkness. Let's go! Woo! Of this big course is something. Whoa! As we zoom round here, we get some great views of the park lit up. There we go. Whoa! Hey! Oh. Yeah, that was good. You can't really go too wrong with the B&M Hypercoaster, can you? Pretty much pitch black as well. Yeah, Europa Park knows how to do nighttime, does it? And just to exemplify that, I'm going to go up their big observation tower now. There's about 10 minutes left till ride close, so you can get up there and get hopefully some really good views of the park all lit up from above. See you up there. It's gonna squash us. Well, here we are up the Euro Tower. You can see my reflection there. Look, I look like I'm laying in bed or something weird. That's a beautiful sight from up here, isn't it? Oh look, if you look down there, you can see the Europa Park train going around. Oh, a mild air time there. Oh, look at Santa. Looks like Eric Cartman. Well, what a wonderful way to end the evening here at Europa Park with that awesome projection show onto the Eurosat building. Mad to think there was a roller coaster rattling around inside there while all that was going on. But yeah, that was really impressive, really cool. Good to see they incorporated like the fountains into that as well, and the lighting around the buildings and surrounding areas. Really cool. Europa Park they just know what they're doing, don't they? Really be awesome if some UK parks started doing stuff like this, wouldn't it? I always come to places like this and Phantasialand and sort of leave feeling slightly jealous. Anyway, that's all from day one at Europa Park. I shall be back bright and early. Well, not that bright and early because the park doesn't open until 11. But I'll be back here at 11 o'clock tomorrow for another almost full day. I've got to chip off at about 6:30 tomorrow evening to get my flight. But yeah, we'll be checking out the likes of Wodan, Blue Fire. There's quite a few other bits I haven't done today actually. I sort of came in last night and did a few bits then, but yeah, still quite a lot to focus on tomorrow too. So I'm going to go back to my hotel, probably sink a couple of beers, and I shall see you in the morning. Well, good morning. It is the final day of the winter season here at Europa Park. I've got the band out in celebration. Also something going on here. I think they're giving out free chocolate. Should we go and grab one? Can't turn down free lint, can you? I have got some free lint in my pocket. It's not quite the same though. Yummy! Well, you have to excuse my chocolatey teeth, but it already looks pretty busy this morning. There's a few bits I haven't done yet on this trip. I haven't visited Arthur. That's a really good family coaster. Voltron behind me there, I'll come back to later. That's a flying theatre. But I think I'm going to head towards the back end of the park, towards Iceland. Blue Fire and Wodan are calling. Everyone is heading in the direction of Voltron. If this does have a really short wait, then I may jump on it first thing. It'll probably be my one and only ride of the day because, like I said, there's still so much more to do, but it's hard to ignore it if it's on a short queue, really, isn't it? Well, that was a really obvious start to the day because I'm a basic bitch. You can't go wrong with Voltron, can you? What I'm starting to notice more as I ride it more and more and more is my favourite element is followed by my least favourite. You have that amazing wave turn, which is just absolutely incredible. I adore that. It is just, it's wild. It's absolutely wild. But then you go into that double up, and I think that's easily the weakest part of the ride. Really shuffling. It just kind of, it's just, yeah, it's not needed. I could have just swept straight up into that mid-course without the joltiness of the double up, but that's a really minor complaint on what is an absolutely exceptional roller coaster. So I'm just going to kind of wander up towards the back of the park. It's pretty nippy here today, I'm not going to lie. So I'm not sure how the likes of Wodan will be riding just yet. I do intend on getting that in the dark tonight. I rode it on Friday night and it was the best dark ride here, even better than Voltron actually, which can't believe I'm saying that, but it's true, and I'll always be honest and authentic with you guys. So let's carry on exploring. We'll try and get, like I say, a few different rides in today, and some few different bits of food as well. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see some wiener art on the channel, and I'll see what I can do. And this is the sort of theme park merchandise I'm talking about. When I come to a theme park, I want to go home with a pair of skis. So it's good to see that Europa Park are accommodating. Well, seeing as it's only on a 1 minute queue, I'm going to go and ride the world's first muesli themed roller coaster, Alpen Express. Well, who's this peeking through here? It's Steve Gothenburg. So as far as Mack-powered mine trains goes, Alpen Express was really good. Yeah, packed quite a punch in some places there. The helix was solid. Felt like it was going sort of faster than I expected it to. and I really enjoyed that. So I've wandered into Spain now. Hopefully the weather here will be a little bit warmer. Imagine the absolute carnage if you had roaring open fires at UK theme parks. I think pretty sure by now there'd be at least 17 people on fire. And down here they do have this Norway Winter Wonderland section, some sort of ski course, I guess. Now I'm wishing I'd bought them skis earlier. Well, it seems like it's the right idea to come to the back end of the park first. Blue Fire on a 15-minute queue. I'm going to do this first because Wodan, I think, could do a bit more time to warm up on a cold morning like this, whereas a launch coaster should be firing on all cylinders, hopefully. So during the winter season, they also have this Janosch display up here in the Blue Fire queue line. So Blue Fire still rides really well. A lot of Mack coasters of that era have developed quite the rattle, but I think with this being Mack's park, they've kept it in tip-top condition, and that still rides really well. It's not the most forceful launch coaster out there. The launch in particular is pretty mid, but there's still some really good elements there. The loop is packed with hang time, and of course you have that marvellous Blue Fire roll at the end, which is still one of the best inversions around. And you'd like to think it influenced things like the Mosasaurus roll and stuff like that over on Velocicoaster. We've also got a really nice drop off the mid-course brake run, which gives you a nice pop of airtime too. So I think that's a really solid coaster. Obviously it's dated a little bit, and the park does need Voltron as their premier steel coaster now, but even still, I love getting a ride on that. Behind me, you might see a nice GCI structure. That is Wodan, and that is up next. This is an absolute beaut of a wooden roller coaster. It seems to get better every time I ride it, so let's go and experience some wood. That's creepy. Well, Wodan is one of the best wooden coasters in Europe. It absolutely tears around. That first drop is insane, and from there on out it's just an absolutely relentless journey until you smash into the brake run at the end. It's one of the best wooden coasters in Europe. It's between that and Colossus for me over at Hyde Park. Two very different coasters in terms of how they ride. Colossus very smooth, very focused on the airtime. This is just intense and relentless. And there it goes around me now. Wodan, an absolute beast. The temptation when you ride Wodan is just to come down and just go into the queue line, but there's actually a whole bunch of like Viking mythology around here as well. It's quite cool to see. So in here you've got the sort of the animal skins. A projection film. Yeah, it's all really cool. So I carried on wandering. It ended up into this sort of awesome viewpoint area for Blue Fire. I wonder if this used to be an entrance here, because or a single rider or something. I don't know, because there's clearly something here that used to enter into the queue line. But if you carry on walking down here, there's just this odd bit of Viking theming, and I'm sort of wondering, who is this for? Who's coming all the way down here just to view this little display? And I absolutely love that. I love that you just have this odd things just hidden out of the way. And I mean, if you're a fan of corn, even better. So I just had a quick bite to eat at Don Quixote there, a nice sit-down meal for a steak. Wandered through the fairy tale forest, or at least Europa Park's version of Efteling's fairy tale forest, and I found myself up by Arthur, which is the park's awesome Mack Rides family suspended coaster. This is really good. I'll take you on a ride. Oh, I nearly got run over by a train there. Always pay attention when crossing the road. So Arthur actually won an award for being the most innovative ride system of 2016, as well as apparently the world's best ride. I'm not sure if it was that exactly, but it's certainly a really interesting ride system. Combines dark ride with roller coaster, some really interesting movement, so be exciting to get back on. And I'm going to be riding a giant leaf. Arthur is such a cool sort of family dark ride roller coaster hybrid. Some really nice theming and animatronics in there, as you would have seen on the POV. It's currently broken down, as you can hear from the announcements. They're apologising profusely for the issues. Quite a massive queue's built up as well. So I dived into the single rider there, waited around 20 minutes in the end, which wasn't too bad. It wasn't the most efficient single rider queue. There was certainly a few times when the guest who was stood in the line had to just go and take the seat themselves without being directed by staff. But it is quite a dark station with lots and lots going on, so I'm not going to be too hard on ride staff for that. As you can see, I'm just hanging out here with my buddy Freddie the Frog, and he sort of guards the entrance to Arthur here, making sure that guests know that they're going into a ride that won the most innovative ride system of 2016. He's very proud of that, and he wears that badge of honour. But no, that's really good. It's the perfect family coaster. It's great for riders of all ages, right from real youngsters all the way up to someone of my age, because there's still some fun bits there. The outdoor bits are quite thrilling. There's odd moments of force too. And it's just a really well put together and well presented attraction. And I would love to see more of these roller coasters out there. I think this is the perfect family roller coaster sort of ride vehicle and ride system. Obviously, there's a couple more out there, but really not as many as there should be. And it's a shame, because these are really good. And it's not just great theming at Europa Park, also just lovely landscaping in too. And you sort of chill out here by the lake, should you choose, and watch the fountain displays. Let's go for a little lap around the park on their monorail system. And you can see sort of the Icelandic fishing village behind me there. Blue Fire going around in the background. And as we come into Scandinavia, we've got the ice rink that's here for the winter season. Oh, the Yeti still up there as well. I don't know if you spot him there. It is cool, the things you spot from up high. But you can really see the level of detail Europa Park go to. Keep getting some really nice smells from the food below me. I think that's restaurant spices again. That's been on my agenda, I've got to say. That is one that I want to do too. Shark over there, pretending he's Jaws, thinks he's at Universal Studios back in 1996. Well, quite an enjoyable ride on the monorail there. Nice to see Europa Park from a different perspective. Also some amazing smells up there from the various kind of restaurants and food stalls and things. Definitely giving me some ideas for dinner. I know I find myself kind of with a little bit of time to kill. I've ridden most of the things I want to ride. I'm now waiting for it to get dark so I can experience a couple of things in the dark. I want to do the massive giant wheel. Wodan at night was spectacular on Friday, so I want to go back and do that again. But I find myself kind of hovering in the general area of Voltron, which last time I checked only had a 20-minute queue. So let's go and investigate. And if that's still on a reasonable queue time, I mean, while you're here at Europa Park, it would be silly not to get as many rides as I can on one of the best rides in Europe, wouldn't it? It's such a sight, isn't it, as you come through here? Especially when you see multiple trains all tearing around the track at once. I love how you just see the shadows of Voltron on the buildings. Awesome. Well, 25 minutes seems reasonable enough. I love how the frosted glass creates the silhouettes of riders in the queue line up there. It looks sort of weirdly spooky. This whole waiting area here is so well put together. You've got the launch section up there, then you've got this sort of walkway that's clearly experiments have gone wrong. Electricity zapped that down. And we've got the animation up there. And then the Tesla coils doing their thing up there. Kind of takes electronic music to a new level, doesn't it? I am running out of superlatives for Voltron. It is just such a spectacular coaster. So I'm not going to say any more. You guys get it. Instead, what I'm going to go and do is go and ride this Atlantis dark ride behind me for the first time. It's a shooting dark ride. I believe it tells us the tale of Atlantis. Not done it before, so it could be quite interesting. Let's go in.
Das ist eine ganz heiße Spur ums Boot.
Am I serious about to shoot a bunch of fish? I'm not sure if I can get behind the ethics of this. Don't know what this joystick's for, whether this does something. Oh, he's moved, good. It's quite heavy guns. Yes, I just shot a pufferfish. Takes fishing to a whole new level. Oh, hold on. Yes. All right. So the does move. I've shot an eel in the nose. Take that, eel. Any viewers enjoy pufferfish? I'm sorry. I've shot about 5 of them so far. You know, I love animals, and aquatic sea life is good too. But you know, we're in a competition now, so they must die. Definitely some selectivity here. The fact you can shoot everything else, but not a turtle. It's like, why is the turtle protected but nothing else? A clear bias there. Oh, I just shot a lobster. That's dinner sorted for tonight. Oh, look at this giant crab. Shooting his claws off. Oh. Let's just spin round for a bit, shall we? Whee! Woo! I'm actually getting a bit dizzy now. Oh, look at this bad boy. This ride vehicle's weird. You can control it, but it also does its own thing sometimes. Well, apparently the turtle got its treasure. Was this all just some capitalist exercise after all? I don't understand. So that was an interesting shoot 'em up dark ride there. Not really sure what the storyline there. It seemed to be that I just helped a turtle accumulate wealth at the expense of other marine life. And I'm not sure how comfortable I am with that. I mean, fair play to them, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that in this weather. Well, it's a giant shark. What's he keeping in his mouth? Oh, it's how you subscribe. Well, the evening is upon us and we're into the last couple of hours of the winter season here at Europa Park. So I'm going to go get on this giant wheel. It's still quite light, but I'm hoping by the time this queue dies down that it's got a little bit darker. It's about 4:45, so, and when it gets dark quite quickly. So fingers crossed, we'll get some nice views when we're up there. The park is starting to get all lit up nicely now, so yeah, let's go.
We wish you a pleasant ride and lots of fun at Europa Park.
Das ist alles voll Wasser sonst. Jetzt haben sie alles.
Ich finde Blue Fire sieht am geilsten aus.
Oh ja. Diese Bahn ist mega belüstet.
Some views there from the Bellevue giant wheel. Park looks spectacular, all lit up in the sort of the twilight. It's not quite got fully dark yet, but we're certainly getting there. And look at how this entrance is all lit up. It really is a stunning piece of work, this. Sauron vibes. Wodan is a simply unbelievable night ride experience. It's absolutely insane, relentless. The pacing just does not stop. It is so fierce, so forceful. It's the best night ride here at the park, and this is a park that's got Voltron. How mad is that? And let's just take a moment to appreciate Blue Fire lit up at night too. How gorgeous does it look? Just listen to that roar of Wodan. And as you can see, the park is looking absolutely beautiful now. It is so sad that this is the last evening of the winter season. And it is unfortunately also my last Oh, last sort of 15 or 20 minutes here in the park. I'm going to be making my way out to the exit shortly, taking in some sights along the way and reflecting on a fantastic couple of days here at one of Europe's best theme parks. And let's bid a final farewell to Voltron. I won't be back again here this year, so unfortunately no more rides on Voltron for me in 2025, but what an absolutely marvellous roller coaster this is, an absolutely wonderful addition. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a group of lads on Voltron who are all singing the Euro-Mir music. They know how to go out of the season with a bang. And just look at how gorgeous it looks. I could stand here all day and stare at this. It is absolutely stunning. That is a beautiful lighting package. And with the moon behind it there, wow, that looks incredible. Voltron, I'm going to miss you. So there are a couple of rides I didn't get to experience on this trip, such as the Voltarium. However, I did ride this last time I was here and do have a POV, so I'm going to put that up on the channel at some point in the next week or so. So if you do want to watch the full Voltarium experience, it will be there. Well, thank you for joining me on an epic weekend here for the final days of the winter season at Europa Park. It's been a really marvellous time here. Some fantastic rides, amazing operations, a theme park that just looks marvellous in just about every aspect. And I can't wait to someday return, but I don't think it's going to be this year. So thank you for joining me. There is a travel vlog up on the channel already. I'll put that up on the screen now. And there will be a food vlog coming in the next couple of days too. So thank you for watching and let me know what you think of Europa Park down below. Catch you next time. Cheers.